and welcome. I'm Nikita.
I'm Miraj and you are watching Take It Out.
Well, this week we're spending a lot of time in the air.
From ski jumpers flying off ramps at the Milano Cortina Winter Olympics to electric aircraft taking off vertically for missions where every second counts.
Autonomous drones that can fly in swarms.
To trousers for astronauts.
Space trousers, is it?
I want a pair.
You bet. So, Miraj, have you been following the Winter Olympics? It's quite something watching those winter athletes launching off those ski ramps.
Oh, you bet. I mean, I'm all for getting air, but I'd rather just bungee or skydive,
Now, that's easy, isn't it? Ski jumping is so much harder. I mean, it's a really technical sport.
It really is. We found this great story about how researchers in Switzerland are using sensors to measure takeoff forces and track an athlete's center of mass mid-air.
And they're analyzing every muscle, every shift in balance.
I mean, that's really intense, but I guess when you're hurtling down a hillside at that speed, you need all the help you can get.
As the Milano Cortina Winter Olympics get underway in Italy, ski jumping is once again showing just how small the margins are at the top level. In a sport where centimeters can separate medals from the rest of the field, small changes in body position and timing can decide the result. For national teams, the challenge is not only performance in competition, but how quickly technique can be adjusted in training. In Switzerland, researchers and coaches are testing a new wireless sensor system designed to give more precise and immediate feedback on jumping technique. At a training site in Switzerland, Swiss Ski's national junior team is taking part in the trial. The group is part of the country's development program and includes athletes who can step up to the Olympic team if needed. Among them is junior ski jumper Mauro Imhoff. Before his run, small sensors are fitted into his ski boots and goggles, with others attached to his legs. The system is designed to record what happens at takeoff and how his body moves during flight.
We have sensors in the goggles as well as in the left and right boots. This technology can reveal things that you cannot see with the naked eye or in video footage, which makes analyzing everything very interesting.
The system has been developed by engineers at ETH Zurich in collaboration with Swiss Ski. Sensors inside the boot measure foot pressure at 3 precise contact points. At the same time, the system tracks the athlete's center of mass as it shifts from the jumping table into the air. All data is transmitted wirelessly and made available to coaches immediately after each jump.
The new technology is definitely helping us as coaches because we have concrete data about the jumps, and it's going to help us develop the jumps further.
Getting a shot and the detail into the center of mass, for example, will definitely bring more information, not only for us engineers, but also for the coaches, and eventually, hopefully, for the athlete.
The technology is also designed to speed up motor learning. A machine learning model analyzes the measurements from each jump and can generate instant feedback. A small vibration motor built into the boots alerts the athletes when a movement or position deviates from the target pattern. For the research team, the limitations of ski jumping itself make that immediacy important.
Ski jumping is a non-cyclic sport, so a jump lasts maybe 10 to 15 seconds. And you can imagine, as a ski jumper, the number of jumps in your lifetime is basically limited. So what we want to do, we want to really improve and accelerate the learning speed in ski jumping.
For coaches, the data can also highlight where posture, balance and force application need adjustment, particularly during the takeoff phase, which is critical for both distance and stability in flight. For Swiss Ski, the project is part of a broader shift towards data-supported coaching, alongside video analysis and biomechanical modeling. The aim is not to replace technical judgment, but to add objective measurement to a sport where much of the feedback is still visual and experience-led. As the Milano Cortina Winter Olympics continue until February 23rd, attention is also turning to how emerging technologies could shape the next generation of athletes.
Now we're off to Riyadh, where the World Defense Show is putting the future of warfare on display.
AI-powered swarm drones, autonomous sail drones, systems that can navigate, collect intelligence and operate with limited human input.
I mean, it raises really big questions about how conflict is changing, doesn't it?
And who or what is making these decisions?
The future of warfare is no longer just about tanks, missiles or fighter jets. It is about algorithms that think, drones that talk to each other and machines that can operate without human hands on the controls. In Riyadh, the World Defense Show has brought together engineers, developers and defense technologists to showcase this new generation of warfare tools. What once seemed like science fiction is now active technology, and artificial intelligence is at the center of it all.
The World Defense Show in Saudi Arabia is considered one of the most important global exhibitions for meeting global companies and Saudi manufacturing companies to support and localize the industry of security and defense in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia.
Among the hundreds of exhibitors, AI-driven drones have become the unmistakable stars. They can navigate complex terrain without GPS, avoid signal jamming, and respond to changing conditions in real time. The star at the exhibition was the AI-driven swarm drone. These dozens of small autonomous drones fly in synchrony, each equipped with sensors that share position, speed, and environmental data in real time. The artificial intelligence allows the drones to complete complex operations more efficiently, with each drone making decisions based on the swarm's collective input. Voice commands enable high-level control, but the true advantage comes from the artificial intelligence that manages coordination and task execution across the entire group.
AI actually is all the way from the edge to the clouds in our portfolio of products. That means, in a sense, that the intelligence on the drones allows the drones to navigate autonomously, even on GNSS-denied environments, but it also allows us to control multiple drones as a swarm with voice controls using LLM models that allow the drones to efficiently do an operation without having to orchestrate the multiple drones individually.
The swarm drones can perform tasks that were once impossible without individual units. Each drone monitors neighbors and surroundings, making the entire system highly adaptable and resilient. Data collected during operations is fed into cloud-based analytics. Machine learning models leverage this data to improve future missions, allowing the swarm to learn and optimize itself over time.
Another part that is important in terms of AI in our drones is that on the cloud we have a lot of solutions that rely on the data that we collect from the different missions, so that then it provides insights for future missions. So the solutions that we're developing now, for instance, for power line inspection, would allow for future missions to know exactly how we should predict when a power line is going to be faulty ahead of time.
While the sky shows the swarm in action, the water halls highlight autonomous sail drones. These unmanned surface vessels harvest wind and solar energy, allowing them to remain at sea for weeks or months without refueling. Equipped with advanced sensors, they monitor ocean conditions, collect environmental data, and provide constant maritime surveillance. The sail drones come in different sizes to suit various missions. Small vessels operate entirely on renewable energy and can stay deployed for nearly a year. Larger models use hybrid engines with sails, extending range while reducing fuel use.
We have 3 different size vessels. So our smallest vessel is a 7-meter vessel, 100% wind and solar powering. That has virtually limitless in duration, so they can stay out for about a year. We also have a 10-meter vessel, which has a diesel electric generator, but we use the sails when we can, and we only use the engine when we must. That also allows us to have several thousand-mile range and hundreds of days of on-station time and missions. We have a 20-meter vessel, which is diesel engines, but also has a very large wing, which allows us to harvest that wind and solar energy as well. So we tend to see about 100-day missions because we don't have to use the engine as much.
They provide continuous data collection and surveillance, reducing risk to human crews and ensuring long-duration operations in remote or hazardous areas. Together, AI swarms and sail drones show how technology is transforming modern defense.
Okay, now about the space trousers, Miraj.
Yeah, it's called a soft robotic exosuit, and it might change how astronauts walk on the moon and one day on Mars.
Now, walking is hard in low gravity, right?
I mean, I imagine it is, but muscles weaken in space, fatigue sets in, and this suit is designed to support movement, reduce strain, and keep astronauts strong on long missions.
So not just a fashion statement then?
Definitely not, but I suppose functionality is still cool, right?
The next phase of human space exploration is not only about reaching new planets, but also about how astronauts move, work, and protect their bodies in extreme conditions. Researchers at the University of Bristol are developing a soft robotic exosuit designed as a pair of trousers that can be worn under a pressurized spacesuit to improve mobility and reduce lower limb fatigue during future Moon and Mars missions. In low-gravity environments, astronauts experience rapid muscle loss while also dealing with bulky spacesuits that limit natural leg movement. Space tasks such as walking across uneven surfaces, climbing slopes, or carrying equipment can require significant effort and lead to fatigue.
What we're trying to solve is we're trying to lower the energy the astronauts need while wearing the spacesuit, and we're also trying to help them regain that mobility while they're wearing the spacesuit. So what the suit does is it helps with their knee extension and also with their ankle mobility.
The Bristol team is using soft robotics and textile engineering to create a wearable system that supports natural movement without adding rigid structures or excessive weight to the spacesuit. The exosuit is being developed with two distinct functional modes that address different challenges of space missions. The first is an assistive system that provides additional force during leg movement, helping astronauts walk more naturally inside pressurized suits and reducing the physical strain of routine surface operations. The second is a resistive design that adds controlled load during daily movements, helping astronauts maintain muscle mass in low-gravity conditions where the body rapidly deconditions. Current space missions require crews to complete long daily exercise routines to slow muscle loss. Yet, even these programs may not be enough for long-duration missions.
There is something missing in the exercise routine that astronauts adopt on the ISS. And that missing point is probably the dynamic loading throughout the day. So the very intensive 2-hour exercises they do, it's probably not enough to maintain the muscle mass for a prolonged period of time.
The long-term goal of the research team is to merge both functions into a single garment that can assist movement when needed, while also providing continuous muscle conditioning throughout the day. At the core of the system are soft inflatable artificial muscles integrated directly into the fabric of the trousers. These actuators use a combination of an outer nylon structure for durability and an inner thermoplastic layer that allows airtight inflation, enabling them to expand and contract in sync with natural leg movement.
So one of the novelty of using soft exosuits, especially these ones with fabric artificial muscles, is that it's basically like having an outer layer of muscles outside your body. So these fabric bubble artificial muscles, they behave exactly like a biological muscle. When air inflates them, they contract and expand exactly like a normal muscle would do.
The force generated by these artificial muscles is distributed through high-strength anchoring components, including Kevlar-reinforced waistbands and knee straps, which help transfer load safely across the body. The entire system is designed to remain lightweight and flexible, prioritizing comfort and mobility so that it can be worn for extended periods inside a spacesuit without restricting motion or adding bulk. The technology has already undergone field testing in a simulated lunar environment at the University of Adelaide's Exeter's crater facility, where the exosuit was integrated into a full spacesuit system. During these trials, participants performed tasks that mirror real planetary surface operations, including walking over loose terrain, climbing slopes, and carrying loads.
We tested it in a simulated analog space mission in Australia just in October, and the feedback that we got was really good. So in terms of subjective feedback for comfort, perceived assistance, it was really good. But also in terms of scientific data that we collected in terms of muscle activation and joint motion and kinematics, all the data are pointing towards it working.
Researchers analyzed scientific data such as muscle activation levels, joint movement patterns, and overall body kinematics to evaluate performance. The results indicated that the exosuit could reduce physical strain and support more natural movement while maintaining comfort during extended use. Beyond space exploration, the same soft robotic technology could have significant applications on Earth, particularly in physical rehabilitation and mobility support. Assistive versions of the garment could help people with movement difficulties walk more comfortably, while resistive configurations could be used in training or recovery programs to help maintain or rebuild muscle strength.
Now in our next story, even by eVTOL standards, this flying machine looks quite dramatic.
Quite. Now, a Munich-based startup is testing one of Europe's largest electrical vertical takeoff and landing aircraft, and it's not meant for commuters, mind you.
Now this one is for critical missions and emergencies.
A Munich startup has completed the first public demonstration flight of one of Europe's largest electric vertical takeoff aircraft. The 2.7-ton eVTOL prototype, called Romeo, flew at the Erding military airfield near Munich. It has been designed for heavy lift and emergency operations, including patient transport. Romeo has a 16-meter wingspan and is roughly the size of a helicopter.
We are actually planning two product lines. First, we will be introducing an unmanned version of our aircraft in the coming months, but we also want to certify a manned version by 2031 in the long term.
At a time when many electric aviation startups are chasing mass-market air taxis, ERC System is targeting what it calls critical missions, such as operations for governments and emergency services, including patient transfers between hospitals, firefighting, military logistics, and cargo flights to remote and island locations. Air rescue operators say electric aircraft could be cheaper to operate than conventional helicopters because of simpler drive systems, while remaining significantly faster than road ambulances.
Our vision is that we will eventually be able to fly all the missions that need to be flown, meaning the critical missions.
To overcome the constraint of battery range, ERC System is planning a hybrid version of the aircraft. Electric motors would continue to power both the vertical lift and forward flight propellers, while a conventional combustion engine on board would recharge the batteries in the air. This would extend Romeo's range to around 800 kilometers. For ERC System, the goal is clear: to put electric flight to work where every minute matters.
And that's all the time we have on this episode of Tech It Out.
Now we really did cover a lot of ground, or shall I say off ground.
Very good.
We aim high here at WION.
On that note, we'll sign out.
Keep watching WION World is One. Follow us on social media and we'll see you next time.
Have a great weekend. Bye.